because that's why a lot of guys be killing it or commit whatever, right?
Hmm.
I ain't trying to get demonetized, but
No, you can say
it's
whatever you want here, bro.
no, it's like that though. You feel me? Because I think about that, like, man, like for the guys who buy into the lie of like, okay, this didn't work. I'm about to try this again. It's like, dog, like y'all gonna suffer. You know what I mean? So it's like to be
Mhm.
out here like, okay, I'm in shape. I got some status. I got a little bit of money to like travel and all that. Then I look at it as like, man, I'm glad I got it this way because if I didn't, man, like it'd be
Yeah.
brutal. Because girls don't even look like. I'm telling you, like I've noticed, like girls don't even be looking at certain guys' way. But when you a guy that's like okay, this guy look good. He got some status. It's like a lot of women are trying to get this guy. Even the women you would consider average, right?
Hmm.
They all want the top tier guys. So
Yeah, I think that women all women want the same thing. I think
hmm
very few of them actually qualify. Actually, I think it's the reverse now, right? I think that when you look at what's happening out here in the streets, and you ran into me in the streets. That's the first conversation that we didn't ever had is that we actually ran into each other in real life. It's crazy that we just now starting to collaborate and live stream. But I'm gonna have you come to the studio and we gonna cook up some stuff. It's gonna be dope. But when you
hmm
ran into me, you see me in the streets, right? And so I'm always out and about. I'm always, at the latest spot and all of this other type of stuff. But interestingly enough, I think that when you hit a certain level, whether it be visibility, status, whatever, um, they come at you.
hmm
I think it's the opposite now. I think women are the ones that shooting a shot at guys,
Yeah.
and guys is just chilling in real
hmm
life, right? In real life, not on the apps. I don't know what's happening on the apps. I ain't never created a dating app. Obviously, I ain't never created a dating app or anything like that. But I think that largely women is shooting a shot. I think it's the opposite now. I don't think most
hmm
guys that's actually winning or have some kind of status in their life is even remotely having to walk up or spit any kind of game whatsoever.
Yeah. You just made me realize because my method is this. I don't occasionally maybe or in the past or if somebody want to pull up a screenshot if I say this, the times that I've reached out first never worked, but the times where they reached out to me first always work. Or like, if I go to a coffee shop or whatever and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I love your hair." That's always the line. And it
Hmm.
happens so organically that I don't really notice what's happening, right? Or today, there was this girl in a coffee shop. "I love your necklace." And then from there it's like, "Oh my gosh, you got an Instagram. I love your style," like whatever, right?
Hmm.
So every day that's what it's like for me, you know what I mean? And on the sites, it's like when they like me, they hit me up and then I choose to respond from there. So yeah,
Do
you're
you
right.
ever, for the women that don't instantly recognize you as a result of all of the followers that you got on TikTok and stuff like that, do you tell them who you are, or do you just let them continue to, just be whatever it is that they're gonna be?
No, I kind of play because I think as a man, if you got like the physical attraction and
Mhm.
then like even if you don't got the clout, if you entertaining or interesting and you got some stuff going on, like I could be a guy with 1,000 followers, but if I got some bread to have like an experience to where it's like, yo, I got a boat, I got this land that I could take you on a ride, like they love that stuff. You know what I mean? So like, I don't really say it. I kind of be like, all right, they looking at me, they staring, and then they'll be like, excuse
But
me,
you know they're gonna figure it out anyway, because once they
of
start
course.
following you on the platforms, they're gonna find out who you are anyway, though.
Of course, of course. But I never really tell them, man. I just leave with like a lot of it is physical attraction. And the ones who are already following me online is usually a wrap, like when they see me in public. It's like recently I was out at the coffee shop we met at, and this girl was with her boyfriend. Man, that girl like turned towards me and was like, "Oh my gosh, Trey, I love what you're doing. Oh, congratulations on By the Block. Oh my gosh, I follow you." And her boyfriend was just sitting there looking like, and she was like all in my grill. I'm like, dang man, like
That's awkward, bro. But it ain't
man,
nothing. I
and
mean,
it
it ain't nothing you could do about that. He gotta hate. He gotta hate the game. He can't
man.
hate the guy. He can't hate the player. You gotta hate the game, bro. That's just the game.
Man, I'm standing there like, dog, what? Like, you know.
Hmm. So I think that yeah, man, it's a weird dynamic nowadays. I would tell most guys to focus on your bag, focus on your money, focus on your success. The women come with it. You ain't never got to
hmm
chase a woman. She gonna be there anyway. So I don't think that guys should focus the majority of their energy on anything other than just continuing to win and running that checkup and continuing to focus on their purpose and stuff like that. The women is gonna be there. They're not going nowhere.
Yeah, because I look at it as like a snowball effect. The times where I was desperate or thirsty was the worst times. But let's say I'm gonna give it a practically no to where it's like, all right, I'm new out here. I'm new out here, and it's like I ain't really getting no action, and I'm sitting around. That's the worst times because I'm hitting girls up, and it's like, like whatever. And the time where you say, all right, if it take a month
Hmm.
for me to go, like, without really like hooking up or whatever, right? If it take a month for me to grind and get in the gym and focus on my purpose, that whole month I do that, it's gonna be a ripple effect of like, okay, now I'm becoming more attractive because I got that discipline.
Yeah,
Like when I be the times I be out and I be on my phone editing a video, I'll look up and it'll be like five girls like staring at me, right? But the moment I'm like desperate, I'm staring at everybody and they running away from me.
yeah.
But the moment I'm out and I'm focused on that bag, I'm editing videos, I'm grinding, I'm sending emails out. And it's like a ripple effect to where if you can keep that, I'm focused on my purpose. And at times I'm like, I got lost and not as focused on my purpose is when you see like they ain't really coming around like that. But you focus on your purpose, like they love that man and they come around because they want to feel like they won somebody over, So yeah,
But have you
or
ever
they
thought
trying to
about
win
the
somebody over.
possibility of living in a different state?
Oh man, actually, yeah. So when I went to Vegas, so
You
what I've
love
learned about
Vegas. You
no,
love
look, or LA,
Vegas, bro.
Miami or LA. So look, what I noticed about Michigan, and correct me if I'm wrong, it seemed like women in Michigan, when you go out to the clubs and stuff, let's say if they say I'm a model, like
Hmm.
they don't take it serious, right? Or, they're more like, I want to find a really good, sweet, nice guy in Michigan. Man, I went to Nashville, I went to
I
Miami, and
love
it's like,
Nashville.
man, when I say
I love
like
Nashville.
the climate is different. I'm like, wow, the climate is different. Here it's more slow. It's more like family oriented, and
Hmm.
family is my main focus, not grinding and building. Family is everything. So
I stay
yeah.
a little bit more chill here
Hmm.
because Detroit is weird, bro, because it's a big little city, right? And that you probably only one or two people removed if you don't already know this person or you're not already pretty familiar with them, especially within the city. You only one or two people removed from somebody knowing somebody that know you, because
Hmm.
everybody is in that spider web of being interconnected with each other. Um, so I'm very, very kind of like careful and cautious of how I'm moving around in the city because again, everybody know each other.
Hmm.
And I get recognized when we go out of town and stuff like that. But I think out of town, it's just different cultures and it's a different environment that allow you to operate a little bit differently. Whereas in the
Yeah.
city and growing up here, born and raised, you kind of just always, I always have my head on a swivel. I'm always very careful. I don't know who is who. I don't know who is moving a certain type of way. So it's difficult for me to just all to let my guard down the way I kind of let my guard down when I'm in a different city or I'm out of town or something like that. So that's why I
Facts, man.
asked you if you was interested, like if you ever thought about the possibility of living in somewhere else.
No, facts. Like it's funny because I go out of town, I'm on a work trip or whatever, and I go out there, I got my gun on me or whatever. And the first thing I see is this guy kind of running up to the car. He was a hood dude, kind of going up to the car, but his car was next to mine. I'm
Yeah.
like reaching for my gun, like, oh. And then we walking and we going to a restaurant. This girl, like, I met her on hand. As soon as I pulled up, she like was like, I'll pick you up or whatever. We going into a restaurant and we walking and it's like two black Suburbans. I'm like, hey, is this a setup or what? Like I'm tweaking.
Hmm.
And then we get into she like, no, just trust me, I promise you. We get into the
I don't
restaurant.
trust
It's
nobody.
like this beautiful view and it's like gorgeous, man, luxurious restaurant. And I'm like, man, I'm like, dang, that's crazy how traumatized or how shell shocked I am from like being in Detroit a lot. So when I started
Nah, I keep
traveling
my head
more,
on a swivel.
no, yeah, but I see what you mean. It's more like it's different, man. Like here is more like, yeah, it's more like ruthless. But when you go somewhere else, it's like, okay, bet people live different. It's different. Keep
Hmm.
your head on a swivel, but other places is different though. You know what I mean? Like for real.
Listen, man, when I jump on the freeway, because I don't, my main residence is not within the city, right? But my office is
Hmm.
downtown.
Yeah.
And I'm at sometimes I'll be at the Pistons game or I'll be at a local spot or something like that, or I might even jump in to play. One of my favorite spots is Empire. off Woodward and all of that other type of stuff, or I might go out to J. Alexander's out in West Bloomfield or something like that. But when I jump on the freeway, um, one of my things is I might do 120 over a period of time because
Hmm.
I got to make sure that ain't nobody following me. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure that
Yeah.
I'm super cautious, bro. I am incredibly
Hmm.
cautious. I mean, I got cameras all around my building. I got cameras all in my hallways. I got cameras everywhere. And I'm always checking them to see, when I'm about to leave and all of that other type of stuff. Sometimes I have security with me, depending on what day, the time of the day. So I'm just cautious. I'm super duper
Hmm.
cautious. And I don't have like security on no like big burly dude with me or anything like that. But depending on where I'm going and what time of the day it is, um, I'll have like somebody that just look like they're a friend or something like that, but they bought that life. So I'm
Yeah.
just very careful in the city, man, because I've seen too many stories of people that didn't blew up or got some level of visibility and then they got it's tragic. You know what I'm saying? It's an unfortunate story
Yeah.
that's attached to it. So just be careful, bro.
No, real talk, man. Real talk.
So any other
I'm in the
thoughts that
sticks
you
right
want?
now. I'm in the sticks right now. Like that's
Well, yeah, but that's what I know. I know you in the stick, so I know it's different
man.
being
Hey,
in the
man.
sticks.
Look, I
But
walked through Detroit earlier. I'm like, man, people staring. I'm like, let me get up out of here real quick, man. I can't
man,
just have a casual stroll or a casual date like through here.
yeah, I agree. Anything you want to lead the people with? I just wanted to jump on with you for about an hour or so to make sure that I tapped in. I like to always stay connected to the people and live stream when I can at night because I do a show in the morning. But anything you want to lead the people with specific? Oh, and again, for the people that's just tapping in or the people that's restreaming this, make sure you go and follow Trey on all platforms. The link is in the description. Anything you want to lead the people with specifically?
Man, I just want to say, like, really, like we said before, focus on your purpose. Everything come because when you don't and you need it, like, or when you in need, you can't depend on nobody to come save you. So if you focus on that solely and you get it together and build that, it's one of the most rewarding feelings ever. You know what I mean? And like for
Yeah.
real, focus on that first, and everything will come together. It might take a while, but when the pieces start coming together, it will pay off. Like real talk, and everything that you thought you was gonna get another way. When you focus on your purpose and you start seeing results, other people see those results as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm 100%, man. I think that you are an excellent content creator. Obviously, we connected. We got each other information. We talk pretty regularly, and I'm gonna have to get you up in the studio on the panel, man, in a real life
Yeah,
interactive panel, so that you can make the ladies, do whatever they do.
man, that'll be fun.
Yeah,
All right,
I
man.
got you. I'm gonna reach out to you. I know you're busy, but we'll make it work. Listen, y'all. Again, make sure y'all follow, like, and subscribe Trey. Follow him on his platforms and show him some love because this is the homie. Again, he's going to be much, much, much more successful than I ever was. And so I'm just happy to even be able to kick it with him in person and here in order to, introduce him to my audience also. So, Trey, I appreciate you. Thank you, my friend. I continue to rock with you. You are absolutely one of the most inspirational young minds that I've seen.